slowly on this darkened road, just waiting on the sun to rise. I'm treading slowly on this darkened road, just waiting for another try. Open up the sky so I can breathe again. Open up my eyes so I can see again. 'Cause ever since you left, it's never been the same. Through the smoke I see you wandering like I've never seen you before. Looking lost like a child who's never or ever been here before. Through the smoke I know you're miles away from Chicago to LA. I'd go anywhere for you. Smoke could disappear in the night. Chicago to LA. I'd go anywhere for you. Smoke could disappear in the night. Who's never or ever been here before. Through the smoke I know you're miles away from Chicago to LA. I'd go anywhere for you. Smoke could disappear in the night. You must be missing me so bad. When you left, you said that I don't deserve you, but I can see that you don't want to lose what we had.
Yeendalf, not so great. I am going.
Oh, you're the one that I need.
Oh, my microphone.
Let's just take it
Maybe that's a
slow
bit
and
better.
just
I don't
breathe.
know. Is that better? I hope it is.
It's so easy, you know, but it makes us feel alive. So we go with the flow.
Okay, let's turn that off. Let's turn this up. And let's get ready for Valheim. It's a new playthrough. Absolutely, I've just decided I've gotten to the stage in my other playthrough where I'm taking on the last boss, which probably happened tonight. But for now, we are doing Valheim here. This is how we're doing. This is what we do. Just go adjust the microphone. Oh yeah. So I hope you enjoy. Sorry, I've got a touch of something. It may take me, but no. Yeah, it's just waiting for the thing to do stuff. Doo-doo. There we go. So I'm just adjusting my mic. So this may take a few seconds because it's wanting to crash on me, but I'm not going to let it. I'm not going to let it crash. No. I have loaded up a couple of mods on there, so that could be it. Well, I hope everyone's doing okay. So, it's a wonderful Saturday. It's not. It's dreary and horrible where I am. It's just a good old-fashioned Great Britain. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, 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 here we go. Oh yes. Oh god, something is kind of going horribly wrong. We may have to restart Valheim. We're going to have to restart Valheim. I'm sorry about this, guys. End tasks. That is Valheim. So, yes, sorry about that. We're going to quickly... Oh god, someone's trying to... Okay, well, sorry about my voice. It's a thing that's part of me. Let's keep that going off in the background. Where are we? I know what it was. I know what it was. Essentially, I think I know what happened. Basically, I should stop recording now because it's pretty pointless just recording. But yes, essentially, Vortex wasn't running, and I started Valheim with Vortex running. Now, Vortex is a I want to say platform. I don't know. It's a program that allows you to install mods. Now, let's have a look at the mods that I've got. I've got Auto Fuel Compass, Craft from Containers. Custom textures, which I don't think is actually working at the moment. Easy Farm. Easy Farm is basically allows you to plant a load of stuff in a nice grid. Farm Grid, Mass Farming, no Huggins, but that doesn't seem to be working. Simple Sort, which allows you to sort from containers. Smart Containers, which means you can work from containers. Unstripped Manage Zip, and Vein Mine. Now, Vein Mine is something I'm quite interested in, to be honest, because it allows you to kind of mine a bit better. So, blah 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 blah. So, you've got Yeendalf here. We've got a whole new world. I don't want to show you the rest of my seeds because reasons. But let's start this again because reasons. And let's press the record button again for reasons. And let's do this! Yay! And let's crash Valheim for the second time. Yeah, Valheim's not really wanting to play at the moment. Which is annoying. I think I might have to just do it without the mods. Although, I really, especially the farming mods, because fucking hell, the farming mods boring. Well, farming without mods, they're just annoying. Because essentially you want to be able to do stuff. Yeah, let's give my screen a quick clean. The screen of the Yeen must always be clean. Which this one is most definitely not. So we've got. So let's see if this works. Let's see if this works. Doesn't seem to want to be doing things at the speed I want it to. So could be an issue, but. Long ago, the All-Father Odin united the worlds. He threw down his foes and cast them into the 10th world, then split the boughs that held their prison to the world tree, and left it to drift, unanchored, a place of exile. For centuries the world slumbered uneasily, but it did not die. As glacial ages passed, kingdoms rose and fell out of sight of the gods. When Odin heard his enemies were growing once again in strength, he leapt and other things, and fucking bollocks and stuff. I can record that later. Let's hope this works. Let's hope this works. So I do want to do like an episodic version of this game. Look at me flying in the air because I am a fucking yeah. I do like the. I never realised that there's like those weird red tinges on the wings, which is really quite nice. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. You're gonna drop me on the floor, aren't you, asshole? I mean, oh my god. Just imagine Viking, Valkyrie, bloody, what's it? That's in time travel, but it's not time travel. This, my friends, is the brand new version of the misadventures of Yeendalf, the Not So Grey. And we are here in Viking lands, which is Valheim, and we are going to do some stuff and things. So let's start by picking up some stuff and having a tiny bit of lag there, but that's okay, lag's fine. Essentially, what you want to do is grab food, sticks, and rocks, stones, whatever you want to call them. You can call them Steve if you want. I'm sure they wouldn't mind. So let's go into here. Let's whack these up on a hotkey for the moment because we haven't got anything else going in our life. Get some of that on the go. And we want to look for some more stuff to pick. And yes, improving our skills. Here we go. So far we have run, clubs, blocking and axe. It will get more as the days, weeks, months, years go on. But at the moment we just want the basics. And you can do the old Minecraft thing of just beating up random trees. And we've got some resin as well. So we've got a hammer. We can get a hammer here. Hammer time. These are all things that you can now do. I can make a stone pile and whatnot. That's nice. Oh, we've got some more berries over there. It's all looking good for us on our first day as Vikings in fuck off Greyling. Now here's the fun thing: if you want to work with clubs, and clubs are going to be your weapon choice, which they, I mean, you can get some pretty cool stuff with clubs. But then again, there's nothing quite like a big old sword. I don't know, that's the thing, like clubs, hammers, things like that. it's all very meh. So where are we? So I want to get 10 wood so I can make a workbench, so I can take this thing down and reap the benefits of having that. So let's just punch this. We'll punch it a few times. I mean, essentially, I'm a tiny bit off from getting a stone axe, which I could get. It would kind of be a waste, because I will show you in a second. If I've orientated, let's have a look at the map and see where we are, and quickly let's come out of here, because I have been a very, very naughty young. I have gone on to the generator for this thing here. Yeah. Basically, it's a map generator. I've already played this map. This is my favourite of all the seeds that I've played, because it gives you an amazing an amazing start as a farming in a farming world, and it also lends to a couple of things. And one of them is what we will be creating is an old school Moss and Bailey, which is what I did with a playthrough with a couple of friends of mine. It was the idea of a guy called Ada, who is Viking Supreme. He just kicks all kinds of Viking ass, and now he's on fire. That's just funny to me. Look, bye. See, this is why they don't like fire, because they're made of wood. Very names are made of wood, and if you were made of wood, would you like some handsome ginger person hitting you with a flame? No, you wouldn't. So where are we now? Wood rise. It's been one more wood. So essentially, I do want to take this thing down. It's just a little trick. It's not really a trick, I suppose. But it's a thing you can do. So get this out, which is the hammer. It's not Thor's hammer, because we're not in that universe, unfortunately. So let's whack this bad boy down. And then you don't have to go back to the hammer, but I prefer to. You could repair all this and have a nice little tower, but we don't want that. So what you can do is, if you take away all the supports, this wonderful act of physics known as gravitoire, will kind of be like, oh no, I can't stand up. And it should come down. I say it should come down because nothing slowly. It should be. Yeah, there we go. As you can see, it's slowly turning colour. The redder it gets, the less it is supporting other things. So it's just like, it'll take a while. It's slightly annoying, but it kind of explodes in a rather grandiose fashion. And look at all that. We've got all of that wood from there, and we can just quickly. Now that's down, we can just quickly get rid of that, and we can go and do one, because fuck that bird. Seriously, just where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It's going to turn up somewhere. Yes, well met, I am a bird. I will tell you how to do things you already know. And it's like, no, we do not want this. We do not want this, you stupid bird. So yeah, without the crafting station you can't. Oh, and it's got a little chest up top. Let's see what's in the chest. We've got a bit of gold now, and that will kind of all fall. What was in the chest will break as well, and it'll just fall on the floor anyway, so it doesn't really matter. You can, yeah, there you go. And it's all fallen apart, and we have gained all this miraculous wood and another torch, which is nice. So we've got 53 wood. That's nice. So, chopping down trees, the lumberjack way. I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I sleep all night and I work all day. I cut down trees, I wear high heels, suspendies and a bra. And I wish I'd been a girly, just like my dear papa. So, where are we doing? What are we having? And this is what's going on. So, we need to head this way, because, as I said, I know this seed. This seed is something I've already done before. If you press 7 and 8 at the same time, it'll consume the food, keep you going, give you stamina, give you health, give you all of the lovely things you want to have to be a healthy little Viking. Yeah. Try and pick up as many resources you can on the way, especially food. I cannot state this enough. Even if it's crap food, you will use it later on in the game, I assure you. Stones at the moment, yeah, you can pick those up, but as you can imagine, stones are heavy and they will weigh you down. You do have a weight limit on this game. It's 300. I'm not sure if it's 300 watts. Well, obviously not, it's 300 watt. Watt is a measurement of electricity. But yes. So get all that, but what I'm looking for is I'm looking for water, because no, you don't drink in this game. Well, you don't drink water to keep you hydrated, which I think is it's a kind of shitty thing. You should have that, but we're looking for these things. We're looking for flint. Flint is all kinds of awesome. All kinds of cool. So let's get the flint. Okay, let's come out of here quickly and see what's going on in here. You know, I forgot to press the record button, so I'm going to start this again. I'm really sorry, guys. I don't want to quit the game, I just want to log out. But the problem is I'm going to have to restart things. So whilst I do this, I will give you this screen, because this screen is awesome. There you go, be right back. Rah. I believe there's a timer on this, I think. Don't know how long. You're gonna work? You're gonna work? Not gonna work? Okay, fine. So, start game. Move. New. We'll be with you shortly. I mean, I could just go for a whole new thing, but it would spoil it. Okay, so. Oh, I was recording. How annoying. Oh well, let's try this again. And it's not going to be back in that time, because we're going to see, we're going live any second. Yeah. I apologise for all this faffing around. But, let's see if I can actually get this recording down for the beginning speech, shall we? Hit record. There we go, we're recording. Yeah. How exciting in the world of Yeendalf. And wait for the program to respond, because reasons. Hooray for unwavering professionalism. I don't have any fucking... I want some biscuits. Damn it, give me biscuits. Okay, what are the warnings that I'm getting on this? Ah, there we go. Long ago, the All-Father Odin united the worlds and threw down his foes, said the fucking bastard bitch. Sorry, gonna have to fucking restart all this again. Come on. Yeah, it's really not liking this, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quit this. I'm going to do it without mods, because fuck it. Task manager. End task. Vortex. End task. Because that's the thing, I think they want to speak to each other, and not in a kind of, yeah. So let's get rid of Discord, end Discord, end Photoshop for some reason. Photoshop's running, which, don't know why Photoshop's running. That could be why. That could be why Photoshop really takes out. If you've got Photoshop running whilst running other stuff, it really messes you up. So let's just do Steam installation of Valheim. Play Valheim, because that's what we're doing. So it's 15:20. So what I'm probably do like 2 hours, because I want a curry tonight and some beers. I mean, I don't want to get pissed, but I want some beers, because you can't have a nice curry if you don't have like a decent beer. I'm talking something amazing. Okay, let's do this, because I fucking pay for this service. So you're getting the Valheim starting screen regardless. There we go. There we go. Start you. Okay, let's do this. The transition to the same screen. Jump the transition to the same screen. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yep, something's seriously messing up here, because it's... Come on. There we go. There we go. Cool. Stuff's happening. Okay, hello there. It is I, Chopperdine the Yeen, the brightest Yeen you have ever seen. Other words and stuff, but this is, my friends, this is the misadventures of Yeendalf, the not so grey. And what we're going to be doing is punching the air. No, we are going to be starting in a world of things where there is stuff. Here are the rune stones. I'm going to run around them because I like running around stuff. Now, there we go. We've got some food. Food is very important because you need to eat. Apparently mushrooms. Give you that, and we've got some these raspberries. Yeah, raspberries are cool. So, no, go away. Be gone with you, you freaking little bastard. So we can make torches with resin. Now we've got some food. The best thing to do is to grab your food, stick it up your arse. No, don't stick it up your arse. I'm not an advocate of people sodomizing themselves with mushrooms and fruit. I mean, whatever you do in the privacy of your own bedroom is your thing, but I don't want to hear about it, you dirty bastards. So what I want to do, well, the first thing I want to do is I would like to get 10 wood. Because I am going to take apart this building for even more wood. Yeah. And to do that I need a hammer. Not Thor's hammer, not MC hammer. I mean, it could be hammer time, I don't know, I'm not here to judge. Cool. Let us take this down. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be kind of cutting this into like a little episodic thing. So every now and again you will see this show up, which is the title for the thing, which is blah 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 blah. Because I'm going to cut it up and this thing can just pop off and do one. Go away. Be gone, slimy little butt fucker. I shall stick this fiery rod up your posterior, and you shall burn from the insides of your anus. Well, that's a bit too dramatic for this time of day, but fuck it. Not butt fuck it, I mean you can butt fuck it if you want to. I mean some people are into that shit. Not me particularly. I mean I'm not here to judge whether you prefer to use the front door or the back door. You prefer to go for the tricky brown instead of the easy pink. That's a snooker reference, by the way. So I have microphone problems at this moment, so bear with me. I just need to fanny around with this filter. There we go. So, because you shouldn't be hearing background stuff. There you go, you're not hearing the background stuff anymore. Cool. Now, we've got 14 wood. We need a hammer. And now we have the hammer. See all this wonderful stuff we can make. But that's not what we want to make the workbench. I'm not gonna fuck about. We're making the workbench. That's what we're doing. Because you can see look at all the fun stuff you can make. But what I'm doing is I'm going to destroy this, because if you take out the supports of a building, like in real life, it will fall down. Just like I did, because I drank far too much last night. As you can probably tell by my raspy, croaky voice, that is not how I usually sound. I usually sound slightly more British and slightly more kind of like not raspy. Essentially, yes, half a bottle of vodka and 2 beers will do that to you. I mean, I'm not, yeah. Cool. So that's going to fall down of its own. If you can help it, if you want things to be done quicker. There's a little chest up there, I do believe. Like that will kind of decide that it doesn't want to float in midair for a while, and it will fall down. Because look, there we go. As items go red in this game, structures, they will. I will give up and just do that. And this is Hugin, who is a massive pain in the ass. Hello, Hugin. This workbench allows you to really. Oh my god! Oh my god! The workbench can actually make stuff. Sorry, I fucking hate that bird. I really do. You have no idea how. I don't know why there's that, but just fuck that bird. I just despise his existence. It's just. See, he says like, "Do you understand this?" So yeah, to be honest, you should kind of listen to him in this thing. He's like, "I am Hugin, sent to blah blah blah." But yeah, what you want to do is you want to go up here, find out where Ikir is. Ikir's there. He's the first boss. He's a giant deer. Not that hard to take down. And to be honest, for a first battle, it's quite fun. Obviously, he is one of the Forsaken. There are 5 of them at the moment. On my other playthrough, I'm just about to go on to the 5th one, who I do not know his name. I tried not to, essentially, peek. There are bits where I have had to look and see, like, oh, what do I have to do here, but to a large extent I try not to. So, some of you might be asking, why are you not cutting down trees like a good old lumberjack? The reason for this is, I am waiting, I'm being patient. I'm not making the stone axe straight away, because I know that there is a better way. There's a brighter future, my Viking friends, and I shall show you. I shall show you what's going down in Groove Town as soon as I get there. Oh, we've got some mushrooms. Always, unless you've got a full inventory. If you've got a full inventory, you're either miles away from your base or you're shit at resource management and inventory management. But that's okay. We can teach you how to be less shit at stuff by primarily watching me be shit at stuff. And then you'll be like, I don't want to be like him. He sounds like a complete twat. And I'm like, well, yes. That would be an accurate summarization of myself. But here we are, water, stuff that you can't drink, but I tell you what, you can get, you can get these, which are flint. Flint's pretty cool, because now, my friends, you can make flint arrows, which are flint head arrows, but you can make more importantly than that, which is kind of what I'm getting back to from what I was talking about 5 seconds ago, is you can make yourself a flint axe, which is far better than the stone axe. And to be honest, making a stone axe is just kind of pointless when you can find a source of water and flint. If you're miles away from a source of water, yeah, go make yourself a stone axe. Well, it means, or if you prefer hitting things just that little bit longer, stone axe is for you. But then flint's where it's at. Flint is where it's at. Okay, what are we doing now? I don't No, it's far too bright. No, let's just leave it at that. Let's just leave it disturbingly, blindingly bright at the moment. Get some more of this. Get some more of that. Now, what do we want to do? What do we want to do? Okay, so next up, so we've got our flint. Now, there's a couple of things I could do to start off. I could go and make a cup of tea. I could go and punch Coogan in the... What do you want, you... Yes, when the temperature falls, you get cold. No shit, Sherlock. Sorry, I just got to beat this butt fucker. Okay. Where are we? What are we doing? What are we doing? How are we doing it? Okay. So we've got a nice big open area up here that we could use to build a base. Which could be a thing I prefer with. But yeah, there's... If you want like a big... If you want to start your base where you're going to have that as a permanent base, what you want is the... to go where the maypole is, because it gives you extra... It gives you that extra kind of... let's just call it snuggly wuggliness. It gives you extra snuggly wuggliness, because I can't remember the actual word for it or the phrase that is employed. But here we've got some neck tail, which is incredibly deceiving. It's just not neither neck or tail. Well, it is tail, it's the tail of a neck. And again, I can see your eyes rolling into the back of your head as I'm trying to explain what the fuck I'm talking about. Speaking of annoying things, there's Coogan again. He will follow you around like a lost child at a convention. And it's okay when you first start the game, because it's like, yes, you're telling me things that I need to know, but towards the like mid part of the game, when you see him, you literally want to kill him in a largely like violent manner. Oh no, I've broken it. What a shame, my torch is broken. So, I chose this particular seed because it is fantastic. Fuck off, Hogan! It's not fantastic. Fuck off, Hogan. Apparently there's a mod that you can get rid of him. I tried to load it, it didn't work, so yeah. But no, what am I talking about? Yes, I picked this seed because this is a good seed for the kind of like farming motif early on in the game stuff, where there are lots of nice things. What have we got here? We've got a skeletal bone thing. This would be a really nice place to put a fire, because the stuff wouldn't put it out, and yeah, this would be a nice... I don't know. Features and stuff. But as you can see, I'm getting a ton of cool starting food in the way of raspberries and stuff. Now, I wouldn't do this with all raspberries, but this is quite a big bunch of raspberries. I'm going to go on here, and I'm going to select the round tool, and I'm going to click here, after I'm raspberries, so that's going to be raspberries, because you want a decent supply of these throughout the game, because they are pretty good at eating, and you can use them in many recipes, and they are in these recipes they're usually required 10 at a time, so if you want that stuff you've got to work for it. And look, there's even more raspberries up here, so you can just surf this coast, get a load of raspberries. I've seen there's a seagull that's going to kind of land and stuff, and there's deer, and there's all sorts of stuff that you can fuck up with tools and arrows and whatnot to maintain your awesome Viking vigour. Now try to say that with the tongue. The vivacious vigour of a Viking in Valheim. Oh dear Lord, why am I so strange? Okay, what we're doing now. Again, you will hear that phrase quite a lot, because I'm equally as clueless as you guys as to what I'm doing. I'm just kind of winging it. I do have some kind of plan, but it just involves like running headfirst into things and hitting them really. Let's get some more necktail meat. Come on, don't run away. Oh shit, yeah, they don't like fire. Stuff doesn't like fire. There you go, that's a thing. Oh, release your bounty upon me, tiny, smelly, green creature. So where we've got 31 berries, and we've got a pig. Does the torch give you? It does give you nice kind of club damage. I mean, if you wanted to go for a club, that'd be pretty cool. I do remember around here because here we are. Punch the pig. Press 7 and 8 to top up my. See, that's it. If you want stuff to leave you alone, just threaten to stick a fiery stick up its back. I mean, it usually works most. I mean, you do get some people who die. Oh dear, that's a thing. That's happened. Well, that's the thing that we need to show you in this game is death. I wasn't paying attention. I died. But I tell you what. This shows you two things: what to do when you die, which is cry and mourn yourself, or you could basically just kind of find your body on there. So your body there, run towards it, just run through here. Because I don't need to be near the seaside, although I do like to be beside the seaside. I do like to be beside the seaside. I'm not singing the rest of that song. Oh, I do like punching little pork rinds. Oh, I do like punching in the face. I'm going to fucking die because they're stinging in my thigh. Yeah, not gonna live, not gonna live, not gonna live. Living is not a thing that's going to happen here. No siree, Bob. Oh, pig. Help me. I hate the noise that Hugin makes. It's just kind of like, woo, I'm here. And it's like, yes, I realise you're here, Hugin, but at this moment in time, I'm about to be sodomized by the tusk of a fucking angry boar, so will you please fuck off? Yeah, a lot of these creatures kill me. Sorry. Yes, no, a lot of these... don't worry, when this goes on to YouTube, I will kind of either cut out these parts or just speed, or in my true fashion, just speed them up ridiculously. Yes, Hugin, I have died. Look, oh no, these mystical doses of death. There you go. You have suffered a mortal blow. Resin. If I can find some wood, I can make a torch. How much is it? Just one resin, one wood, and I can make a torch, and things will hopefully leave me alone. So, yeah, torch. I feel like I'm doing some kind of Olympic task here. And I can't believe I died. I mean, it's like, I usually have rules for this game. It's like, don't go and try and get your corpse if you don't have, like, food and stuff on you. That's usually a good thing. Because if you don't have food, you don't have stamina, you don't have health. And look, we've got some pigs, which are going to leave me alone because I have fire. And I've got some mushrooms I can munch on to increase my stamina. Stamina. I just died. But yeah, you want a nice bit of stamina, you want a nice bit of health, because running and not dying are two things that you'll be trying to do a lot in this game. I mean, the not dying thing is something you will, yeah, I hope, unless you're some kind of like emo kid who's just like, well, fuck this, I'm just going to listen to loud enough music and film myself. But no, that was a bit off topic, but I don't care. I am a naked Viking running around in the woods with a torch. Where's the thing? Where's my gravestone? The only reason why I want to find my gravestone is because necrophilia. No, it's because I just don't want that marker there. It's annoying. Again, there are mods you can use to get rid of them. You might as well collect some of these bits whilst I'm on the way. So, funnily enough, I can find where my body was by where the map got to. Usually what you should do is when you die, you should mark it down on the map. I know it comes up as a skull and crossbones, but if you die trying to get your corpse, the first marker will go away, which really, really sucks when you're like miles away from stuff and you've got like really nice armor and loads of resources. It's a bit of a bummer, to be honest. So I would definitely be an advocate for marking out where you die. Obviously, you can get rid of it afterwards, because who really wants to be reminded of their failures in this game? Many, many failures. I hate the noise that deer make in this game. I'm not sure if real deer make that noise. I don't think they do. There might be like a special kind of like retarded deer out there. That's literally what it sounds like. They're barking and then they go, ooh! Actually, oh my god, they sound like carry on deer from like Carry On films. It's like, oh, matron! Yes. The less expensive Carry On deer. There you go, we've got pigs, we've got deer, we've got all of these things that will probably try to kill. Deer will not try to kill you. Unless it's Eclear. If it's Eclear, yes, Eclear will try to kill you. Look, tiny bit of lag there. Basically, whenever it saves in this game, it gives you a tiny bit of lag spike. So I was around here, minding my own business, and then something decided to sodomize me with its tusks. Yeah. Roast pig. On the go. It's like Uber Eats, but without having to pick up the phone. So, what we've got here, we've got a place. We've got a nice little place. It's a nice little place for stuff. I like stuff. Stuff's cool. As you can see, there are lots of boars. So, one of the things that I will kind of... Oh my god, there are lots of deer as well. And here's another thing. Here's another cool thing. Another reason why I picked this seed in the starting spot, because look, you've got these in this little village. So you can kind of have loads of wood early on. Always use that place. I'm not going to use that place. What am I? I could, yeah, this one needs a bit more work doing to it. But, as you see, I could just take it apart and make like a cool base, which I might do. Like, I might just make a bigger version of one of these, or I might just, I don't know, I just don't know, I think, yeah, I'm going to take this one apart for wood. Yeah, take this one apart for wood, and I'm going to make myself a nice base. Like anything, even taking stuff apart uses stamina. So yeah, that's something to be aware of, I suppose. Where are we? Let's take you down. Put the bed down just to make it. Yeah, so we could make, like, this is a nice flat area, and to be honest, this is where I'm going to make a base, because you want a nice flat area, to start with. Saving time. Now what you need to do to basically make it so you can access the workbench menu. You want to have it reasonably covered, and the best way to do that is to make a roof, because it protects it from the elements. You don't have to go like completely mad, but why not? Why not go mad? Get angry. There we go. So there's that. Now let's come out of that. Now, two things can happen. We can repair our gear. I'm going to put some clothes on because I'm naked at the moment. Might as well make a flint axe whilst we're here, because we are going to be using that in the grabbing of wood. You can upgrade things. I don't have the stuff to upgrade it yet, but that's not so much. Now, we can get a hoe, which requires some rock. So let's just go and get some rocks. Then bushes, So, I'm going to say this, it's a good thing to do to pick out what you're going to be using as your kind of weapon specialisation early in the game. Essentially because it grows up in skill. You want skill. Skill's good. Skill is for skillful people. Where are the rocks? This is annoying. There's usually rocks everywhere, but when you're looking for them, they're fucked up somewhere. But no, yeah, because the thing is, things do kind of level up as your skills go. Because if I go into here, you can see I've been using the torch to hit things with. Now that is technically classified as a club, and maces come under clubs, and they're pretty cool. So if you specialise in having a mace, as soon as you get into the kind of like Bronze Age of things, then you'll be able to make yourself a proper mace. But at the moment you can make a club out of wood, or you can just hit things with sticks. Right, I say sticks. Oh look. So let's find some rocks. I mean, you can pick up some flint because flint's useful. There we go, we've got some stones here, added stones. That's what we need, because before you build somewhere, ideally you want to flatten out the land, and you want to try and find a decent bit of relatively flat land to start off with. I think it just makes that a little bit easier. So as you can see, this bit of land is a lot bit, out of all these, that bit of land is flat, but it's got kind of like a bit of hill there, which you have to work and stuff like that. I mean, this does have a bit of hill, but it's not as pronounced. So I'm going to shut up for now, and I'm going to make a hoe, one that does not require a big purple pimp suit to manage. Actually, so what you want to do is you want to just hit the ground. Ooh, that's little supports stuck in the ground still. Oh, for the love of God, Hoogan, go away. Okay, something killed a pig. I think something killed a pig, and I would say that is usually a sign that there is something out there that doesn't like living things. Usually the things that don't like living things would be stuff that is not living in the first place. It munch down some of this massive amount of food whilst we do all of this. So the way the hoe works is wherever you're standing, that is the kind of marker as to where the land will kind of like level out to. Now, you can't go over the top of this. You can't be like, oh, here's a hill, I'm just going to fell this hill with this hoe. It doesn't work like that. That's what pickaxes are for. You don't have them yet, but you'll get them in a bit. Sorry about the weird shuffling sound, I'm just adjusting my chair. But depending on what you're going for, it all depends like what you're going for in a base. Now, this probably won't be my main base. It could be my main base. I mean, it's got 3 key things for a starter base. It's got 3 key attributes. It is near the water. Now, if you're next to the sea, it means that you can build a raft and go and bugger off and explore things, which is something you will have to do at some stage. There is no kind of like skirting out. You'll have to get your feet wet at some point. It is also, if you can see through, you can't really see through those trees, but there is something called the Black Forest. I don't know why they didn't call it the Dark Forest, but obviously the PC police haven't decided to stick their handcuffs of inappropriateness on it, but hey ho. I'm sure someone takes offence at its name, but yes, the Black Forest, it basically has these are things that you want from there. You want blueberries, thistles, they're pretty good food. They have burial chambers. Burial chambers have skeletons, ghosts, and I can't remember what their exact name is, something like rancid remains. They have rancid remains. But they also have what they do have that you really want is these things called Sterling cores. Now, you can't go in there straight away and get them. They won't spawn until you've taken down the first boss Equipin and gotten the antler off of him. Now, if this is all spoilers, my apologies, but I'm not trying to do like big spoilers, but it's kind of like explains why you can't smell stuff straight away. This game has like a progression. Obviously it gets harder. Phrasing. Oh, I've got the button for phrasing. There you go.
Phrasing.
Yeah. So yeah, it gets harder the more you do it. I swear one day I'm just going to get a counter that like counts like breaking. So enough of that rambling bollocks for a crazy weirdo. Let us put this down. Yeah. And now we can start building stuff. And what we want to do is you want a floor. Now yay, it's the daytime. It's a good thing to kind of build things in the day. Mainly for you. I mean, I can see this pretty well, but as you can see, it's not the best on the screen. So what do you want? So essentially, I go by 5 across because you can get a beam there, a beam there, and a beam there, and then 1, 2, and then you can. It depends how I would go for length over girth.
Phrasing.
Slide on in there. Not using the phrasing button again. It gets it. You have no idea how much that button gets pressed when I'm playing games. It's just like everything is phrasing. So there's 2 things we could do with this build really. We could make like a big old 2-story house, or we could kind of go with a bit more of a Nordic aesthetic and just make like a bigger version of one of them. There's so many things you can do, but what you desperately need to do and take into consideration is structural strength. That is the main thing you've got to consider. So let's make this here. Now, so what is this? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's make this 8 because reasons. So how much wood have we got left? We have 2 wood. So what we can do is we can get our hammer and we can go and take advantage of these. Now we're very good at part of the mouse button. There you go, that's giving us 50 wood, that's nice. And again, unless you're playing with other friends or you just like having like derelict shacks around, you can just like part all this stuff. So at the end of the day, stuff because putting your own ideas into play your own signature. So what you need to do first when you are building something, like most things in life, you need to make sure it is stable. Otherwise, things will kind of go wrong. So here's the problem now. I will show you how to overcome this specific problem now. There we go. Now this should go out the centre there, quite okay. Boom. So that creates like a central structure there, which you can take that away, and that's like that's your central post. I'm just trying to think. Do I want that? Because I could just go, and I think I will. Just be like, I could just make the whole thing like one wider. I can hear bees somewhere, so that's something to look into. But yeah. There's a little rock there. Oh no, it's not a rock. That is a bit of the previous structure that we knocked down. So now we can do is make it even. It's nice to have things even. It's going to be a big old build. Just do the outer structures first. Because now you can do it like that, and it looks all nice and even and nice and stuff like that. And do I have enough for another hammer? Now, I could have repaired that if I had a roof over my workstation, but instead I had to make another hammer because I got kind of carried away. So there we go, that's kind of like the main structure of what we're going to do. Now, we are going to make a long house. Kind of hoping this would work, isn't it? There you go. You just got to make sure those. Oh, I'm quite surprised because usually this doesn't work very well. And we're only doing these on the longer side of things. And this is going to take a huge amount of wood to do this structure because this is going to go right up. And where are we for wood at the moment? See, you don't have that much wood because this takes up each of these at 2 wood. Sometimes you've just got to be very gentle with the mouse movements just to kind of get this stuff to work. There we go. As you can see, that's going to go up that way. That's going to go up there. And they're both going to meet in the middle. But the problem is, how do you get up there? Well, we use a ladder. A bit more food. See, this is going to be epic. This is going to be a big old build. Might have to use another ladder just to. Yeah, obviously you can take the ladders back. Any of the resources like wood or stone or anything like that that you build in this game, when you take them apart, you get them back, so it's not a huge issue. See, those both meet there. And look, they don't seem very stable at this moment in time, which kind of sucks. But that's okay, because you can put things on them to make them a bit more stable. There we go, put that on there. That has made them a bit more stable. That doesn't seem stable at the moment. That doesn't like being there. But we can fix that because we need to add these in. So we need more wood. This is where this little chappie comes into play. And you will be spending a lot of your time doing this. As you can see, every time I strike a tree, every time you strike a tree, it does damage. Now that damage also transfers onto other objects, other animals and creatures and whatnot. So as you see, that did damage to the bit fence there that it hit. That'll also do damage to the shrubberies. It'll also do damage to other trees. So if you're lucky and if you can actually line things up, you can basically take down or make your foresting a bit easier by slamming trees into other trees and reducing the amount of axe swings and whatnot. The only problem with this method is it does kind of take away from you increasing, that is the word so I needed, increasing your skills in that area. Oh look, it's one of these. Yes, you don't like me because I got a thumb hole with fiery goodness. And there's also a pig. Something was generally unhappy there. But that's okay, we're not here to check on the welfare of the pigs. Unless they're our own, or unless you want to waste your time. But, okay, so that's made that a bit stable. I mean, it's not hugely so again, that's made those a bit more stable. Now, what you can also do is there, that makes that. See, all of that has gone green. You can even do a little debris here. If it will let you. Debris being the technical term. So now look at all that. That is all stable. That looks pretty cool. You need to repeat that on the other side. Which we will need the ladder for, and a lot more wood as well. So, what I would say is, just go quickly put a roof on this, just so it's all hunky-dory, all tickety-boo. So I can essentially. Oh, no, station is too exposed, just like I was last night, and now I can't get back to SeaWorld. Oh dear, those poor children. There we go. That should work now. Is it too, no, still too exposed? Well, what we can do is blast that down. Just slide that softly in there.
Freezing.
And the station's still too exposed. I mean, well, that is an unfortunate development. Again, you'll get all this back when you destroy it. It's just that, why is the station too exposed? Fuck your station. Let's get this and just kind of make a thing. Missing requirements, you're a missing requirement. There you go. So I don't want to go out there and just start piss-arsing around and find out that my weapons and whatnot aren't nice and sharp and useful. So we're going to go cut down a shitload of trees. And for this, for my people on YouTube, obviously this will be made a lot faster because chopping down trees is a thing that takes a while when you're doing it in mass. does get better as you go along. There are a lot of things to help you. But I think they kind of realised earlier on that although chopping down trees is a thing you have to do in this game, it's also fucking boring. So the second boss that you can get a trinket off the second boss. Not a trinket, it's a power. You get a power off the second boss, and it's quite cool. You're not going to go too much into it because you'll find out probably later on today when I get to it. Because I'm awesome like that. Nice big blade trees there. And also you can upgrade your weapons, you can upgrade your axes and whatnot. And you can also make new ones. When you get into the next stage, you can make a better axe. Again, you can upgrade that. And it's all good. It's all good. It's all good here. So trees, you'll sometimes get sap. You will always get wood. Otherwise, what you're chopping down is not a tree. And I should be slightly concerned as to what you're doing with a giant big axe that look like trees. But you can also get feathers because birds live in trees. If you don't know that, you need to go back to your school or your Institute of Learning, find your biology teacher, give him a massive slap and ask for a refund, because if you do not know that most birds reside in trees, then sir, you're a fucking idiot. I don't mean to be so harsh, but if you're past the age of 4 and you do not know this very vital, crucial fact in life, then that's not my problem. But yes, so you do get feathers occasionally. You also get sap, and you will also get sometimes stuff from where the trees have fallen down and hit other things. That happens in some places more than you would actually think. You can take this stuff to, depending on how you want to do it. Sometimes if you want to have like a massive graveyard of trees, just leave the stumps. But if you're doing some form of replanting, yeah, I would take the stumps away. Yeah, when you're starting, you really want to get, like, when you really want to get a go at things, you really want to kind of speed things up, I would leave them. If you're not going back to that area, then sod it, doesn't really matter. But if you're building up those stumps, you want to make it look nice and pretty. You want to make it look pretty and stuff. I mean, again, that's probably, I could probably do with more wood at the moment, but let's get building, because I don't want to spend, I don't want to spend all day just basically doing one thing, because that is incredibly boring, unless you like monotony. I mean, I like to play Monopoly, that's the fun game. I like quite a lot of board and card games. I was actually playing Drunken Cards Against Humanity last night, which to be honest is the best way to play Cards Against Humanity, because your more disturbing side comes out. Although I did have some terrible cards that didn't really get me anywhere. So that looks like it's not facing the way it should. No. That's kind of... there it goes. Facing in the right direction is usually a good way to start building. Look how amazing this looks already. This looks fab. Get that. Also, one couple of beams across there like before. And one beam up. Try not to get blinded by the fucking sun. I mean, I'm not sure if the sun does that, but so that's where it should be. Everything's all good. So now that gives you a center point. This here is a central point. All these things will meet, and I will show you. So you're gonna be building all these. Just thatches the thing, and this is how you're going to be building your abode, your accommodation. And you can have it like that, it looks a bit shit, so the best way to do it is, there we go, where that meets there, and you can also just go, like, you don't have to, but you can make it look a bit prettier by adding more room. Yeah, as you can see, all that looks pretty awesome. And with these, you're going to... The problem with it building like this is, as you can see, that's high up already, and it doesn't want to support its own weight because it's a big bit of wood dangling in the air. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to carry on with this structure bit. Now, do I have that? Yes, I do. So what I'm going to do quickly, because it's going to start getting dark soon, and two things. Graylings, fuck the graylings, I fucking hate graylings. Just move my mic across a bit. Yeah, no, I don't like graylings, so we put some flames up there to make them not so wanting to come and hurt me. And what else am I going to be doing? I'm going to be wanting to actually see things. Seeing things is great. It's kind of one of my more favourite senses, really. Like sight. Pretty damn good. As you see, as soon as that goes there, I mean that's still kind of in the red zone, so maybe we put one of these up there. It wants to fucking stay. Oh god, this is the problem with the building in this game. You have to make scaffolding 90% of the time. You want to make something big and grandiose and tall and amazing looking. You have to have scaffolding, basically. So where are we? Where is there we go. So that kind of makes that a bit better for the moment. But now you've got a central point. And within that central point, if it decides to fucking click there, I mean you can do it with these. And I'll do it with that just to show you. Now you got to be quick because that doesn't want to stay up forever. But you've got like a central post. Now that kind of wants to be nice. Now if you build your thatch up to there, that'll create more points that it can kind of anchor onto and make it more stable. So let's just do that to show you. So if we put our thatch up here. See, that's kind of again made things a bit more stable. But I'm missing requirements again. So you go through a lot of wood making these things. A lot of wood. So I mean it's getting dark, I suppose. So what you need to do, blah blah blah, go over here. So what do I need to upgrade the flint axe? I have flint, so I need some boar hide and I need a level 2 thing. Level 2 workshop, which can be obtained by doing things. So we've got more feathers and more birch seeds. Beech seeds, sorry. Pigs seem slightly perturbed by something. Again, not really caring too much about them at the moment. They can be something that I can sort out later, because I do want to turn this all into like a nice farmland. And yes, that's what happens when trees attack. That tree fell on top of me. As I say, trees do take damage. They do damage. It's not much fun when they hit you around the head, because 90% of the time you will die. And here's the thing: if you die, you've got to come all the way over to here. I will show you how to remedy that in a very, very short period of time. Okay, here we go. So how much have we got there? 26 wood. Will it do what I want it to? Maybe, maybe not. As you can see, that's annoying. That's poking through there. That like wood scrap thing I put myself poking through there. So I'm not going to have that because it makes the outside look shite. Okay. Not sure how that's rather confusing. Maybe it's not lined up the way it should, because it shouldn't. You shouldn't get that bit going through there, annoyingly. For some reason I'm not getting it on that side. How bizarre. Not that I particularly care, because, not going to lie to you, not going to spend a huge amount of time staring at the ceiling in this place. There are more interesting things to look at, like the workshop. Ooh, look at that, it's shiny, it's a workshop. Cool. So as you can see, this is coming on quite nicely. Now, here's the thing. What you can do is use these little ones here on this side. I want to build a window of some description. That's that done there. And I can just pop that there, and there you go, you've got a tiny little wee window to look out at. Yay. I mean, you don't have to have a window, I'm not telling you what to do. I mean, I kind of am, but fuck it. Not but fuck it. I mean, unless you're into that again, not really my place to question. Sodomy aside, let's carry on going with the chopping down of trees, the wrecking of the environment, but hey ho, this is a video game, so it doesn't really matter. If you take offence at the fact that I'm chopping down trees in a computer game, then you need to reevaluate your life. I mean, yeah, chopping down trees in the real world is kind of a bad thing, unless they are like the roots are like destroying the structure of your expensive house that you spent your entire life saving for, and things like that. I mean, there are a couple of scenarios where chopping down trees is a good idea. I mean, obviously, if you've grown a load of trees, you've bought a load of land and grown a load of trees, with the express reason to harvest the wood, then you go for it. You go for it, son. You do you. I'm not telling you what to do with your own shit. Okay, so what I quickly want to do is, because I desperately need to have a cup of tea, because I'm British and that's what we do. We drink tea. In case you missed the memo, in case you didn't get the memo, we do drink a metric fuck ton of tea. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a couple of things. So I need a couple more stone. I need 5 more stone to get. Those pigs seem to be running rampant like assholes, but I'll build a bed. I'm going to pop the bed down. This is in no way going to be my expressions. Oh my god, Hugin. Fuck off. Yes, this is a bed. Incidentally, you can quickly just tell Hugin to fuck off. And if you want to see any of the stuff he's told you, there you go. There you go. Message logs. Oh god, it tells you all the stuff that that's happened. There you go. There is a log, if you were, of all the wood and beach seeds and all the stuff you've done. But you've got like, yeah, that tells you about that. Like, yeah. These are the magical stones. That's what they call the veg. So that's where you start. You start where the veg are. Now you've got a bed. You can click that. Now that is your spawn point. That is where, if you unfortunately shuffle off this mortal coil, go to meet the choir fantastic, collect the die. That is where you will respawn instead of having to come all the way from over there. So you can do that. And now we're making a house there. So let's put that way and just call it. No, not the den. We've already done that. The den of Yeen. It's going to be the den of Yeen. This is where. Oh, and there's a stupid bit. Something sticking out the door again. Oh. So this is going on quite nicely. It looks really swish. Looks really swanky. And now the reason why I kind of did it in this fashion is because I do want to have an area here where there will be fire. I'm going to put a fire there at the moment, just 'cause it's right next to the bed if I want to sleep, which is probably a good idea. Sleeping is quite vital in life. If you don't sleep, you die. I mean, it's tragic, but true. If you do not sleep, unfortunately, you commit the die, and you just don't wake up, and worms get to fuck your body. Yeah. Unless you're, unless you're put through a crematorium, in that case, you almost probably reside in a shitty plastic pot on the top of someone's mantelpiece, until someone knocks it over, or just gets bored of looking at it. See, that's done a bit of damage to this. I should probably be able to take this down. There you go, one swing, because that other tree did damage to that tree, and so on and so forth. And here's someone who needs a good kicking. Hi. I mean, here's the thing, is like, killing things with an axe, it improves your axe skill. I got to a point in my last playthrough where I was basically just like, okay, I'm going to separate myself from using an axe to kill things, because I don't want to use axes as a weapon. That is pretty much standard. In this playthrough, I think I'm going to go with the kind of blunt weapon styling, because there are cool weapons out there that have blunt styling. One of them is a two-handed thing to fucking stand still. One of them is like a two-handed weapon that really does fuck stuff up. And there's another one which is a single-handed weapon later on in the game, which again, I mean, these things, I mean, if you have a weapon and it doesn't fuck things up, you do not have a weapon. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to break this to you. What you have there is probably a stick, and a very shit stick. I mean, even with the most basic of sticks, you can fuck shit up. Like that pig will have. Oh, there we go. We can build this. There we go. Which will happen to that pig if it gets any fucking closer to me. So we've got the stuff to do the upgrades and things, and we get more things like fire arrows, which are cool, which would be cool if I could be asked to make a bow. But so flint axe requires some more pig skin. So let's go and beat up some pigs. Which, as you can imagine, there are quite a lot of them. You don't always get leather. You don't always get leather, which is annoying. But leather scraps. That's how you do things. all this wonderful area, and you can build and make things. Look at Odin's green earth. I don't know about Odin. I don't know Norse mythology, to be honest, although yeah, ignore what I say. So, yeah, I've got 3 leather scraps, so that should do the trick. That should do the trick quite nicely. So let's upgrade our flint axe. And upgrade our hoe, because that just needs one of them and one of them. Let's upgrade our hammer, because we're going to be using the hammer quite a bit. Cool. I'm not upgrading both of them because it's pointless. So we're going to use this one. This is the hammer that we shall use to build our base in amazing style and awesome fashion. So, let's do the same here, because we do want the nice little thingamadoodles, the windows as they're more commonly referred to in the English-speaking world. Because I'm going to call them Stephen. So we're going to make these Stephens. And a good thing to do, I find, is to basically just get some wooden planks and build a frame around it, because it just looks that a little bit nicer, I suppose. Now, my friends, let's build some big ass doors. They're not ass doors. I mean, I'm not sure what an ass door would look like. I'd imagine it would either look like someone's posterior or some kind of donkey. Yes. But yeah, not really going with that. So, and again, you can have like a little bit up the top here, a little bit up the top for like a little window gap. Because I'll show you why in a second when we make a fire, because fires need somewhere to kind of go. I do want to have like, I'll probably have fit with like 4 fires here to look amazing, which means I might as well just kind of put that there. It was stone that I was after. I don't have a lot of stone at this moment in time. I could go looking for it, but we've got some wood. So at the moment, this would service as somewhere just for you to kip for the night. It is now our respawn point, and it looks pretty cool. And I'm just gonna carry that on along here to finish it off. Not gonna have a door here, but instead of having windows on this side, I can have like a window in the middle, using the same kind of small bit of wood design going on there. But for the moment, I require a cup of tea, which is a thing. I require a cup of tea. I'm British. I crave the tea. The tea is what binds us. It's what gets us through the day. And yeah, it is a very vital part of being British. I'm very sure that some of you would agree. Now, before I do that, I am going to try and cut down a few more trees, because I like to do things on, I know it sounds weird, I like to do things on time, so I try and do things per half hour. So if I am going to go for, please do not fall on my house, that was very close. I try and do things per half an hour, so if I desperately need to go to the toilet, I will hold it in until it reaches like the hour or half of the hour, more commonly known as half past the hour. I've never heard of anyone referring it to as half to the hour. I mean, you could. I'm not sure if that would be considered wavering optimism or not. But when I come back, I've come to the decision. I'm going to put a bit of background music on when I come back from my break, which will be in 1 minute's time. That I go on my break to basically make myself a cup of tea, make sure that the world is still there and not burning around with like some kind of thing that burns. I don't know. Wood burns. Oh, hello. He heard the word tea and is coming for tea. No tea for you. No tea. You have to earn your tea in this game. You can't just waltz into someone's house and be like, I'm coming for tea. No. It's not how it works. So, yep, it's time. So, what I'm going to do is I am going to press a button. Which is... Some amazing graphics will appear in a kind of Nordic Odin-y fashion, because obviously this is Valheim and it's a game of Nordic Odin-y stuff, and I will be back in a second to do things and stuff in Valheim, because games, and yeah, that's why I'm here. Well, actually, primarily it's because I have an innate ability to just never shut the fuck up, and basically, yeah, people were just like, well, have you heard of Twitch? And I'm like, no, I have not heard of Twitch. And they're like, well, if you want a good outlet to basically talk shit into a microphone for hours on end, Twitch is right there for you. So here we go. Here's a little timer thing. It's probably not going to work. No, it's working. There we go. So in just under 6 minutes, I shall return. Here is some awesome EDM music. And yeah, I'm going to grab some tea, be back in a second. I'm back. Yeah, that's the thing. So, yeah, let's have that EDM playing in the background a bit, just to kind of make things a bit more fluid, a bit more fun. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, to listen to my voice fiddling all the time. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to. Hopefully I've got enough wood. I don't. I need to do a bit more wood. So I'm going to kind of mark this area out with wood, and then I'm going to have an upward frame. I'll actually use this as an example, going up, and it will kind of meet with the ceiling paneling in a kind of cool little way, which means I might be able to negate this thing and get rid of this because it's. Yeah, there you go. Not visible anymore. Yeah, it does put more stress on the roof, but we can sort that out later. Just at the moment, we need wood. We need lots and lots of wood. Also, I hope everyone's having a good day. I mean, for those in Britain land, it's kind of like late afternoon, I suppose. Not quite evening. That's okay. Because when you're in lockdown, who really does need to know what time of day it is? It all just kind of blends into one. I decided against tea because last night, as I said, I consumed rather a irresponsible amount of alcohol, and I feel like a pig has shat in my head, so I kind of need something to kind of keep me alive. And although tea is my go-to hot beverage, I do really need some coffee right now, or I feel like I'm just going to die in a horrible way. So hopefully it shouldn't take long to finish this. And what I want to do next, once I've done that, is make a pig pen, get some pigs on the go, because that way I don't have to run around hunting for them. I do want to try and, I mean, I'm of two minds with pig pens, because there are ways that you can do, kind of like in Minecraft, where you can just kind of like make pig farms where you just literally just kind of like condense a load of animals into a small area and then press a button and something would happen. You can essentially do this here by using certain structures to do things. I'm not sure whether I kind of want that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, in theory, you should always just like, once you've got, I wouldn't do this straight away in your world, because you don't have the right axe. I mean, you've got an axe, but it's not like the right axe. Once you've got like a decent axe and some other supporting good cutting abilities and stuff like that, I would just basically allocate like maybe like an hour just to cutting wood and stuff like that, and then just make sure you've got tons of wood, because then yeah, you're spending that time doing it, but you could listen to some awesome EDM like we're doing now. But yeah, it just kind of saves you time later on. Oh, no, that's facing the wrong way. Now, here's the thing. Greylings, mobs in general, do not like your workshop. If you've got a workshop, they will try and beat it down, or they'll try and beat you up, but as I say, I've put flames there, they don't like flames. No. But yeah, they will try and break your workshop, so that's why you need to kind of expose it if you're intending on keeping it. I mean, that Greyling there seems a bit pissed off. I mean, I would be pissed off if I was just like some bearded creature made out of wood, personally. I mean, that's just me. There we go, we've got a nice structure going here. Finally get rid of that horrible monstrosity. Get on with making the roof part of it. And this is kind of very fitting. The reason why usually I would make like a house, just kind of like straight up walls and stuff like that, but it doesn't feel Nordic, you know. Because we are the Norse, we are the mighty Vikings, and we need to do mighty Viking things like plunder and pillage and other things. No, that's not true. But having a nice Nordic house is just fitting for the game. Yeah, you're kind of fucked now, aren't you? Let's finish this one off. I kind of often wonder what the Greylings are actually saying. Like, not enough to really care, to be honest. But oh, yeah, that's. And there we go, we've got our nice little slot there.
Freezing.
Nice little slot. And those bits can come down as well. Make sure these are facing the right way. It's just looks nice. Cool. Well, this is nearly done. This is nearly done. I'm pretty happy about that. We've only got 11 more wood. We're going to need some more wood to complete our thing. So let's go get some more wood. As you can imagine, getting more wood is a thing that we have to do. Let's go quickly check the chat and stuff like that. No one's in multi-stream, which is good, which is pretty much usual. I don't really, although I do stream onto YouTube, I use that as more of a better way of managing my videos on demand. See, what we could do is, I'm not sure what the other thing that I destroyed was, but it was something. I've destroyed something with it. But yeah, we're going to get that, and then we're going to take this, and then we're going to run over here. We're going to run all the way over here, and instead of taking down a run over here. Stations to expose the strength. Now we can take this apart. We've done the destructive violent manner. I don't think you get anything from the destroying the bed, but it's I mean, I could have used this structure's pig house, but at this moment in time, I need wood more than anything, and I'm not at the point of doing something pigs.
Freezing.
Yes, freezing, because I insinuated pig sex. Yeah. Bacon boinking. I mean, to be honest, even if it doesn't have a door, it looks pretty gangster. I mean, I don't think gangster is the right word, but it looks pretty damn good, not gonna lie. Oh, look how amazing it's all looking. I'm really happy how this is turning out, to be honest. Now let's do an actual fire. As the music randomly suggests, like, we're going to fight with fire. We're not going to fight with fire, but fire is something that we're going to need. And that will be our fire pit. And what should happen? What should happen? Is that the wood, wood will be involved in a fire because it's a burnable substance. But that's right. I'm not finishing down, so they need to be reinforced as well. But no, need to add a tiny bit more structure to this, just to kind of make it. Because if you look, they're kind of that's there, and there, and there. But what we're going to do is have posts going up, and they're going to meet these bits in the ceiling here. And that's going to be like a central structural point. We're going to do other things, and there's going to be fire in the middle. The smoke's going to go up, and it's going to go out those gaps there. And stay away from us because smoke is bad. And as you can see, we're freezing our bollocks off because even though we have shelter, we don't have warmth. Yeah. So let's just go back to the thing we've been doing quite a lot, and that is destroying things in a violent and horrible fashion. That's what British. That's what we do. Oh god. It's funny if it wasn't so fun. No, negating the whole food thing. This little shack, in fact, was the shack that the first shack when I did a little series that I finally stopped doing because I ended up having to go back to work, which I'll probably redo at some point. But this was the little shack that I kind of hijacked for my kind of how to Viking series. mean, you can see all this shit on YouTube. It's not very well put together at the moment because, as I say, I've had to go back to work, which is a massive godsend because I spent a good part of an entire year stuck at home in a tiny room in the countryside. Which the countryside part's pretty good because obviously it keeps you. It kept me rather fit because I could go for walks in the countryside and I didn't come across people with that fucking virus. I mean, to be honest, it would be more entertaining if it was a fucking virus and when you got it you just needed to go around and shag the hell out of it. Although I'd imagine again that would probably get quite boring. After a while. And that happened. And now everything is broken and I can get the benefits of breaking down someone's ancient home. Look at that, look how amazing that looks pretty good. At the moment I'm just concentrating on the inside and how the inside looks. I will fix the outside and make it a bit less. But, so things that we need to have: crafting bench, obviously, because otherwise you can't craft. Funnily enough. Building floor. We need to repair the floor. Sort this down. I love the fact that the grading just comes in and it's like, no, it's that asshole, I'm not gonna mess with him. I was supposed to, I hope that doesn't show from the outside. Now I could make this a massive, huge fire pit that goes round forever, and that would be quite cool. I'm not gonna lie to you. Pretty swank, pretty snazzerino, pretty snazzy. So my concern is if I put that there like that, you can see it from the outside, so why I'm not doing that. No. I was kind of hoping that I could move that down. But again, to make things slightly more stable, you can just carry this whole thing across. Again, missing bits. But I tell you what, this time we go out to get wood. We're going to also go down to the seaside, and we're going to get us some grailing tears. No, well, not grailing tears. I just want to make the grailing cry because I'm fucking open with a fiery passion that I don't think anyone will understand. If I could create a machine that shoves angry, spiky pineapples out grailing's bum holes in the rest of eternity, I would, because I hate them that much. They are just annoying, they get in the way. They're like a bad rash, they just won't go away. I mean, I don't consider them like dangerous. They're just weird. Well, it's a good little trip. So you go down here, there's woods, there's necks, which I still think are fucking stupid names to name something, but I'm not a game developer, so it probably has something to do with some random Norse thing that I don't know about, so. So we need quite a bit of stone for the project that I'm trying to achieve here. So I want 4 fires, because eventually you can get you can build a hearth once you're able to get stone, which is still quite a while away, to be honest. Once you get stone, you can essentially build a hearth, which is one big old 3 berth fire. Well, I don't even call it berth. It's like a 3 wide kind of big old fire pit that looks awesome, and that would fit perfectly into that space. How much is that? Go away! So, let's see how much. So it's 5 stone, so I need 20 stone. Quick that. Which again becomes a lot easier when you've got a pickaxe, because you can then just hit rocks. I mean, you don't have to have a reason. You could just hit rocks because it's Saturday. I mean, this could be your day. You could have this as Hit Rock Saturday, where you just take your anger out on innocent rocks. Stones, sorry. I've literally had someone message me on Facebook, not Facebook, on YouTube before, because I was just like, he's picking up these rocks. It's like, oh, it's stones actually. And it's just like, do I look like someone who gives a shit about the fucking pronunciation of some random cylindrical geological event? This has come to crates. You will need a lot of leather straps. I'm not gonna lie to you. They are very vital in the earlier on the game. And the mid game as well. So there we go, we've got that. We need some more wood so we can pick up some branches because reasons. Always save, so even if you like, I would quite literally, I mean, I'll get into the whole chest thing in a bit. I'm gonna hit you with a fire, I want to hit you with fire, come here so I can end your life. I don't know what I was saying. I was saying something about the price in China right now. Any of you in chat can actually remind me as to what I was talking about, because it's, yeah, I have Mild bastard behind the eyes. I do have a bit of a hangover going down. This is Saturday. Yeah. Which I hope you guys are enjoying your Saturday. Okay, so we've got that, we can make the fires, that's nice. Here we go. Get the light going down. Figure out which way I actually want this to go. I suppose like that. Yeah, see all the smoke kind of billows upwards, and if you do not have a way of venting it, it will slowly kill you. As it does, funny enough, as smoke does in real life, which I think is a real kind of nice little ads that they've done. Like a nice little addition. So what you could do is like that's going up there. Yeah, I'm going to create some form of chimney. So, what can we do to make a chimney? We can quite easily this is the problem with trying to stand on the roof. It's not okay. I don't want to use those. I want to use the smaller. See, as you can see, I'm slowly dying from getting smoked out here, and not the fun kind where it's just kind of like, yeah, man. It's like, oh my god, like this weed's amazing. It's like, no. So there you go, you can use this method, which is essentially just change this the kind of slant on the roof. Oh, and falling into fire and burning to death is another thing that I want to do, and this will probably show you what happens when you burn to death. Oh, no. No. So, so that will stop the rain coming in that would eventually put the fire out, which sucks. But now we can cook some stuff. Oh, I don't have any more cookable items, that's a shame, that sucks. Now, I'm going to purposely burn some stuff in a while because I want coal, and you can't get coal easily. Well, you can get it on burn stuff, but in the later game you've got charcoal kilns which make you a shit ton of coal, but now you have to burn food. Because what I would like to do is I want to have a load of chests, and I want to give them labels so I can kind of tell what's in them, which seems a bit too organised for me to say that, because you probably guessed I'm not the most organised of beings out there. Yeah, stuff. But yeah, now I don't think I could probably do it now. Can I do it now? I can. There you go. I can have a nice little snooze in my bed whilst I haven't got to the point in making myself some pants yet. But that's okay. That's fine. Oh, a little secret. Okay, so can I make a bow? Yeah, what do I need? So I need I need some more leather scraps. Now, to get this straight, what you could do is you could just make a torch out of this. I might just keep the torch out. No, don't have that. Cool. Now we're going to get rid of that. And then extend that out a bit. And there you go. Nice something there. Now, what else do we want to do? Oh yeah, we want to sort out the outside. Doesn't look as crap. Now you could essentially make it so that alright. You could make it so that the thatch goes like into the ground, like these pillars, but I'm not going to. But what I do want to do is kind of align that like that, and not stand in the way so it doesn't work. I'll have it like that so it kind of creates an effect there. And I can always like raise the ground a bit, because now if you've got rocks and if you've got, I think you can like raise the ground. Ain't that cool? And then once it's at a decent level, you can level it out a bit more. And this is a good tool for kind of like edging in stuff, because let's say if you wanted to make it look a bit more natural, you can make it so that the wood is kind of eating everything. Now it's not what we could do. So we've got all this going here, and it does look smashing. But we've also got this area here, which you could essentially turn into its own little shed. So if I was to grab my hammer and I was to take these two straps out, I could essentially, I'm not sure I've got the wood for Yes, no, I don't, but I could essentially just make a... And I wouldn't want to use that for that anyway. I'd want to do lower down. The lower downward. Yes, that's worse. Oh god, I've fucked that up now. That needs to come down like that. That needs to... No, yeah, run away, asshole. Oh god, that just sounds horrible. Run away, asshole. That literally sounds like a bad case of the scripts. Oh, the boy, he's got a runaway asshole. He's been shitting everywhere. Oh dear, it's like a fucking river of mud it is. Which does remind me that, much like the book says, everyone needs to poop, even humans, which is something that I'll do in a second. I'm not sure if I needed to announce it in such a way to you guys, but at the same time, I've been live for 2 hours and 22 minutes. 10 of those minutes have literally been me faffing around trying to get this game to work because I loaded up some mods on Vortex and it was really messing with the game in a way that I just didn't know. So essentially, yeah, once the clock hits 2 hours, which will be in just about 9 minutes time, I will call it for a while because I have to do like adult things and order food and eat food and gain nourishment from the food and maybe some joy and happiness from the food, I don't know. But there are various things that you can do with food. I mean, I'm not going to go on the long list of things you can do with food because I'll leave that up to your imagination. Sorry, got a bit of leg cramp there. Which, interestingly, completely off topic, leg cramp. If you want to get rid of leg cramp, tonic water, not diet tonic water, just tonic water. It contains like a quinine that will get rid of it. I get cramp a lot because of the job that I do. It's very physical and it's tiring, and my body just kind of. I mean, not everyone gets it that bad, but I get pretty bad leg cramp. So I try and carry like a miniature bottle of tonic with me wherever I go, and it also allows for a miniature bottle of gin as well if I have the thing. I mean, and at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure so an excuse to get pissed, I suppose. So what this could be, this could be my workshop area. So I have the house in a kind of bit better state anyway. Is it going to do the thing that I want it to? No, it's not. Now, in this situation, I would very much recommend setting up some kind of like structural stability thing, which would work in this case. If it wants to work, there goes that goes there, that goes there, and work like that. So that creates a bit more structural stability, and it kind of looks like it should be there as well. There we go. The only problem with doing this thing here, along here, is basically when it rains, wood will go on it. Not wood, the wood will start to rot if it's not covered, so that little beam there will kind of start to mess up a tiny bit. But I mean, that's I suppose. So just to make it look a bit more realistic as well, and structure-wise, nice supporting beams. Can I handle it on the next 5 minutes without the toilet? We will see, we will see. If you suddenly hear a mass splurgy sound, you will know that I have not made it. Yay. Yeah, as I said, that's going to be our crafting station. Our workshop area, if you will. Might as well have it out here. Now it kind of makes sense to have it outside. As George Michael once said, let's go outside. Now this causes a bit of a problem here, which I noticed, is you get the thatch pointing through, so you can experiment to remedy that a bit. But yeah, no, as it stands, I'm going to call it because I cannot wait for another 5 minutes to go to the toilet. So until then, guys, I just want to say thank you very much for watching. I have been Chopperdine, the brightest Yeen you have ever seen. And this has been the misadventures of Yeendalf, the not so great. So essentially we have a Discord that you can go on and chat and post videos and pictures and stuff like that. There's a Twitter that you can follow and find out what's going on, and we also have a Steam group. You can join the Steam group if you ever want to throw down on any of the games that I've got, or suggest a game, or any of the things in between. Just let me know. Again, thanks for